Hello and welcome everyone. Yesterday on the channel I uploaded a refactor build video for what we use in Escalations. You may notice we are running Escalation a lot right now in the live streams. Too much, probably. We're quite addicted. And you are always asking what refactor build is Lady Rock using. So that was yesterday and I said I'd release my DPS video today. So that's what this is. Even though you're less interested in this, you're asking every stream still. So let's show you where we're currently up to with my DPS escalation build, and we are farming tier 10s. We're clearing most tier 10s now, so for us it works. I'm just showing you this, so when you ask in chat I can do exclamation mark G's build or whatever, and you can just see this. There's no gameplay today or anything like that. It's just a quick one going over the build and some tips, like what I'm seeing work well with this build sort of thing. Okay, if you're clearing it and farming tier 10s yourself, then whatever you're doing is right. Simple as that, really. But this is what I'm doing. So the strategy we spoke a bit about the strategy yesterday and how important the refactor build is. So if you didn't see that video, please go and check it out, because that's key to our strategy with what Lady Rock's doing with that build. However, the DPS is also key. You've got to kill things quickly, so you want your DPS build to hit as hard as possible. So that's the goal here. There's loads of ways you can do that, to your play style, to how how you do things, whatever. There's different ways of going about this, but this is the way I've gone. I'll remove my cam, we'll go over the build. And the gunner specialization there, go with what you want. The reason I'm going gunner is rate of fire, I guess. I don't know what else is important with using gunner. It's just there. It was just there when it is a build. We're using gunner. If there's any other specialization you want to use for whatever reason, it's probably going to be absolutely fine. Oh, actually, just hit me. No, gunner's great for refilling ammo as well. We are finding in moments that we're running out of ammo and there's no restock boxes in some areas. So I do take that back. In those moments, gunner is key. It enables me to switch my blue screen, and then I can get ammo back in my AR and then use my AR again without a restock. So do bear that in mind. That's actually quite key. When you're super powerful, that might not be as important though. The weapon I'm using, this is the main question we get asked. What weapon are you using? Why are you using it? This actually dropped on Potomac Event Center in week 1 or week 2 of Escalation, whenever Potomac was. And it dropped like this. And it's like a gift from the gods. It really was. And it was a sign in many ways, because this is perfect for how we are taking on tier 10 escalations. Now I'm just scanning through this, and straight away you can see it's a god roll. I got a god roll carbine 7, max assault rifle damage, max health damage, max optimal range. And straight away people are saying, optimal range, you don't want that, you want DTOC. We're actually discussing not using DTOC at the minute on high tier escalation, just because of how the enemies act. They were looking for more consistent damage. And if I was to remove DTOC from my assault rifle, what else would I go with? Damage to armor would be a good one, but optimal range is also a very good one. Now I'm going in depth with this because I know you're going to look at this and I know you're going to think, gee, what the hell. So optimal range, let me show you what this is doing. And you see the talent ranger down there as well. I'll explain that in a moment. If I just click on Lexington, now just look at that damage drop off. I don't know what the numbers are. I've not tested the numbers, but I'm seeing those two lines. The optimal range is what that white line there of the Carbine 7 is doing to our damage drop-off. It's longer than the Lexington is. Now, if I was to take optimal range off this Carbine 7, it'd do exactly the same as the Lexington is on the damage drop-off. Now, I don't know how many meters is this. Well, 30 to 40 meters it starts to drop off there with the Carbine, even sooner with the Lexington. But what's more important here is the steepness of the drop-off. Look how steep the Lexington is and a normal Carbine would be without optimal range compared to optimal range. Look at that gap growing. So what that means is, if you're playing like we're playing on high tier escalations and you're playing at range, you're not really going face tanky. What it means is that you're hitting higher numbers at higher distances. It's as simple as that. Obviously, there's going to be some drop off beyond a certain distance, but it's going to be less drop off than the Lexington, and it's going to happen later. And that has been working really, really well. So what also goes hand in hand with that and the optimal range is the Ranger talent. It's amplifying your weapon damage by 2% for every 4 meters you are away from the target. So not only are we getting a better drop off on the damage there, we're also getting amplified weapon damage for that distance at 2% for 4 meters. I'm quite often at 30, 40 meters, even more sometimes, and we're getting that amplified damage. Now, I wish I clipped it in yesterday's stream, or stream recently. I was hitting, like, with the echo on the build, as you see in a minute, I was hitting like 3 mil crits. It was ridiculous from such long range with this AR, and it works so well. So I highly recommend this if you're thinking of just adjusting how you want your AR to work. It'll work on the Lexington as well. It doesn't have to be in the Carbine 7. This just got gifted to me as a drop, as I said. And like I said, it's like a gift from the gods. I put it on straight away. I wasn't able to take it off. I was thinking about when I get more powerful to go to the Lexington with Killer, which Killer's my normal sort of talent beyond the St. Elmo's on a high-end AR. But I actually decided recently, no, I'm sticking with this Carbine 7. It's just too good. It really is. So that's what we'll go with our primary. Blue screen is a secondary just because I don't know, it's a different weapon in an AR, does some crowd control, it's big mag. It's a nice secondary weapon to have, but as I explained earlier, I only really use this if I've run out of ammo of that. Carbine runs out of ammo, I'll switch to the blue screen. Gunner will start bringing ammo back to it. I'll switch back to the AR as soon as I have some ammo, basically. Sidearm doesn't matter on the build, got the quick step there. And then as for the build itself, it's nearly complete. We've been working hard on this. That's why I'm doing the video now, because there's no more testing to do. I know this is going to be my build for tier 10 escalation now for some time, or at least one of the builds that I use. And I've gone with 4 pieces of Striker. So the Striker mask with weapon damage, crit damage, and a crit damage mod. You can see I got unlucky and got the crit damage roll there when I upgraded it. So still 7.5 damage to come on that if ever they allow us to optimize it. We've got Echo as the augment as well. You want Echo on every piece that you can get it on. On my Carbine 7, I still got to get Echo on that. I've got Amalgam right now. The backpack is a Striker backpack. We've got, again, Echo as the augment. We've got weapon damage of 15%, another 7.5% damage to come there. Crit damage max, crit damage mod. Then we go to Striker holster. I've got weapon damage 15, another 7.5% damage to come there in time. Crit damage maxed out. I need to get Echo on that. I've invested hundreds and hundreds of cores into this. Still not got Echo there yet. And then the knee pads, where it was kind of to me, we got the max weapon damage. Still got some crit damage to come there, and we got Echo on there fully maxed out. Just like on the backpack there, we've also got the Echo maxed out on the backpack. We've had them for some time and leveled them up. So the 4 Striker pieces, and then the chest piece. This is not like, you can do what you want if you want to try and replicate this. You don't have to go Cheska glass cannon, but this is how I like it. So I get Cheska for the crit chance. We've got Echo on there as well. We got the max weapon damage roll, which was great. Crit chance, crit damage. More to come in that in the future. Crit damage mod and glass cannon. Amplified damage. Now, I've tried the Striker chest, and it's fine. If you want to go Striker chest and amend this, bring Fox's Prayer and go for it. But I tried it, and I'm just noticing that I think just 100 stacks is better. I always look at this. How often are you keeping those 200 stacks up? If you're keeping them up very often, then you want the Striker chest. If you're not, then if it's 100 stacks is easier. With glass cannon, you're getting the amplified damage from the get-go. No building up to that. It can be really clutch in certain situations where an enemy pushes or something like that. Last thing you want to be doing is getting took out by a red bar, say on a high tier escalation that's got behind the lines, and glass cannon could have sorted it for you or whatever. I just like it like this. You do what you want. You can even throw in an equalizer if you want to. Entirely up to you, but that's how I do my chest piece. And then finally, we do have the Overdogs gloves. I just feel that these are just too good. I know there's arguments for and against these. There's another build I'm working on, a negotiated dilemma build, where I also had these. Recently took them off because they just weren't doing the job really. The playstyle of that ND build didn't suit the gloves, so I made that build better without these. But for this one, I believe that, yeah, they are really adding to the build with the 30% amplified damage to the weakest link, basically the weakest or lower tier enemy on the field. I'm always trying to clear the room first, focus on the easier enemies. I'm getting that 30% amplified damage a lot. So it works hand in hand with glass cannon as well. I wouldn't change this. But if you want to take these off and change it to something else, maybe bring in some Grupo for extra crit damage, or I don't know, you could contractors for armor, whatever. You can change this as well. It's not going to be too, yeah, It doesn't really matter. Do what you want. But I keep the overdogs on there. Hopefully one day we can prototype these and make it more powerful. That would be awesome. But that's it. That is the build. Now, the Echo at the minute is only 9.6% double damage chance on the build. That's going to go up to 18% when I get there. The only reason it's going to be 18% is because I'm not going to be able to get the gloves with Echo on, so I lose 3%. And you can get 21% Echo if you take these gloves out and bring in another prototype piece. So again, that's another plus for taking overdogs out. You can get more double damage chance, but also more weapon damage with 22.5 maxed out on a prototype. So lots of pros for removing the overdogs, of course, but right now I'm keeping them in, and that's how I'm going with it. And I've still got just under 10% more Echo to go on there for the double damage chance. And I'm noticing it a lot at the 9.6%, I think it was. It is happening a lot, the double damage. It's insane. It's great. I can highly recommend Echo for high tier escalations on your damage build. As soon as this is maxed out at 18% Echo, I think these tier 10s are going to become so much easier for us. They already are quite easy on some of them, like DCD right now at the time of recording. We're farming that like it's just a heroic mission, pretty much. Kind of have to be careful a little bit, but it's so powerful. Once Echo's maxed out, it's going to be even more powerful. Whenever they bring in recalibration optimization, however they're going to do that, they say they're going to think of something. I'll be able to get another 22.5% weapon damage on this build as well to get my chance up a bit more and get my crit damage up a bit more. In terms of chance and damage, we are looking at 45% crit chance right now, 171% crit damage. Again, to be improved. If you don't like that and you want maxed out crit chance, just change the mods, take the crit damage mods off, throw crit chance mods on. You'll get that up there to the cap pretty much. Again, highly adjustable, but I'm showing you just how I'm doing it, what I'm using. So again, when you ask in stream what build I'm using, we can just do a quick command. You can watch this video. I've given you an explanation of how it's working, what's going on, and how I'm building it and what I'm using in the streams that you're watching. As for skills, Revive Hive, decoy, very important in our escalation strategy is that decoy. And right now with the current season, the recombinant season, it works great. This is how we have this set up right now. If you're watching during this season, the active modifier is optimize overload, hitting that, getting the skill cooldown, but also the overcharge, throwing out overcharge decoys every opportunity for crowd control. And then as for the passive modifiers, you can see I'm at 135% headshot damage. I'm doing that through convert one offense, compress offense, and nullify. It's getting me to 135% headshot damage. If you don't have nullify unlocked yet, there is something else you can do. I think you got to do convert one to get the headshot damage, but then maybe I think it might be, if I just quickly go into it, I forget, this could be wrong, but you might want to go to utility and saturate. And once you saturated it, you then, for the third one, you go back to offense and invert. It might be that. And once you've done that, you might still get about 135. Play around with it. Basically, I'm just going for the maximum amount of headshot damage that I can get. And 135 is the max with the way that I've set that up. But again, if you wanted to, you could go weapon handling if you're using LMG, or you could go what you want. But headshot damage, that 135% headshot damage is insane. Aim for the heads. The carbine 7 with optimal range, how that beams as well. You can hit heads all day long, pretty much, and it's just a tremendous amount of extra damage. That's the build. Again, no gameplay today. If you want to see gameplay of this, there's loads of videos going out of our escalation right now on my second channel. We're streaming it every single day. This is what I'm using, so you can come and watch all the gameplay you want. Go back, watch the streams. You can see how well it's working. I've got some more builds in the works. An ND build, which I'm nearly ready to show you. I want to get a bit more powerful, make sure there's some better gameplay going out, make sure it fully works. I think it is going to, but I do need some more power in that. We'll try and get that out to you. And then as we progress, any more builds we come up with prototype for our tier 10 strategy will get to you. I've got some fun builds planned as well. Like, I've got some ideas for casual content as well. There's loads of prototype builds coming, guys. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this one. Any questions whatsoever, you can come and ask in stream or pop them down below in the comment section of this video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more content as well. But until the next one, thank you for watching this and take care.